my name is Starlight, and don't mind me, is that it's snowing, and Starlight wants to keep warm out here. And I've been struggling lately actually getting out because in my area some of the days were rainy and I couldn't get out because those are my only sneakers really that I could use on rainy days. So I needed to keep my sneakers dry because I have no way of drying them or anything like that. So anyway, don't mind Starlight. I got my hood on, and I really don't care what I look like as long as I'm warm. So I have been busy the whole day just editing and making a new video for all of you. So it took most of my part of my morning and a good part of my afternoon. And timing is everything. So I said I need to take a hike. I need to I want to take some winter pictures because today in the New York area where I am living we only had one day of snow, and it just enough to cover the ground, and then it disappeared quick. But today it's just a little snow flurries right now, and I've never been out here at this particular place for hiking. So I kind of want to bring you along with me and talk about a topic. And I already could see that there's a hill. And it's kind of funny is because that's what I've been wanting to do is climb a mountain. I need some exercise really in my situation. So I am out in the heart of nature here. You want to join me? Some of you, it's 70s out where you can wear a short sleeve. Well, that's not happening here. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can give this video a thumbs up. Before I really start, I just really want to reach out to all of you. And it was definitely a wintry drive out here. So Starlight really had to pay attention. This is the time I can't do a lot of things in my car because, you don't want to go off the road, So Starlight was careful driving out here. And anyway, I really want to reach out to all of you, see how you're doing. I hope you're getting out. Maybe it's like 70 in your area, So this is actually near Thasher Park. I've been there. That's a quite popular place for people to go for a hike out in this area. So this is in a different spot. So hello. So anyway, here we are. I see there's a spot over here, and I'm gonna show you the view. It looks beautiful. And I really wanted to get out today because I love, this is my second year going out for hikes in the wintertime. I never did this before. And the universe kept on telling me I needed to get out. And I'm like, but it's snow out there, universe. But you know what? I did. I did that last year, the whole year, going out all over on different hiking trails. And so you get a different view. And yeah, you get cold, but you don't get to see this in the summertime. So I'm going to show you. But before I get over here I really just want to make sure, get out in nature somewhere and, take some pictures, make some videos with your family or kids. You want to create happy memories, So it is so good to, get your kids out in nature, get them out of the house, get them away from the video game and the computers, and, pull them away from their friends for, a bit, so they can get out with the family and, go take a hike with them, and you could take them out for a hike in the wintertime. Get them all bundled up. The kids love getting out, so get them out. At least if you work on them, they will like it even better, and that's why it's so important not to keep them inside too long, because then it's harder to get them out at times, especially if it's cold out. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, you can find me, and that is at YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, 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 and you can also follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that's Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So here we go. And I know my hands are not going to last too long, but this is, I seen a lady over here taking photos or whatever, but I'm going to zoom this in a little bit, but I can hear the water, and everything always looks better in person, really. So I'm going to zoom it in, but there you can see the water better right there. So some of you people might be is that you've never been able to enjoy snow. Of course, I don't know how many of you, I don't know exactly where my YouTube channel all goes to. So anyway, that is a quick view there of a little waterfall here. So Starlight is gonna go walk up a hill. So here we go. I just gotta wait a few minutes here. Beep. So it is a beautiful time of the year, and like I said, today is really the first day that we really at least got some decent snow. Hello. And this is gonna be, I don't know how far Starlight will make it, so I'm just gonna go up because it is kind of getting dark out here. It's not so bright out, so Starlight has to do some things in a certain order in a way because of my situation. So if I don't work on my videos early, then like right now, I don't even have internet connection right now. So I do have a video that is uploading, but it's not going to work right now because there's absolutely no internet connection here. And so, and sometimes I do, and I apologize to all of you. Like last night is, I was in the library parking lot because I didn't realize that they closed early. I didn't check the time, but they closed at 5 o'clock. I'm just going to show you real quick here. This is like part of the hill here, but I wouldn't doubt that there's sometimes there's clay in areas, something like that. But yeah, so last night Starlight didn't have, I got everything all set at the library, and I'm like, well, I'm hungry. I want to go get something to eat, and then park for the night where I normally park so I don't get snowed on. And bam, I lost the internet connection when I parked. So I don't understand it. I mean, I park there almost every night, but then there's nights that I lose internet connection. So I apologize when I cannot get a video out. It's and the library that I was at is, like I already got ready for bed, so because I am living in my car, so some people might get upset because I didn't have a video out every day, but sometimes it's beyond my control. But I'm trying to be as consistent as possible. So anyway, this hill's not, well, I gotta not speak too quick because sometimes you think you're at the top of a hill and then it's another hill, because right now it looks like it's gonna be flat. But anyway, today, I just want to let you all know is before I started my YouTube channel, I did make a long video with a real important message, and that was for, I can't remember what title it was, but it would be in my playlist for the homeless people. But you know, because I have a huge heart for homeless people. So I was making videos when I actually had somewhere that I was living. And, you know, I got permission from some of the homeless people to take pictures of their spot where they were sleeping. And there is a lady that I still talk to and try to help her out when I can, you know, with different things, because she lives outside in weather like this. So let's see, it's kind of hard. There's a trail here and there's a trail here. So I'm gonna see, it says the wide way to destruction, but you know, both ways actually look like they've both been walked on quite a bit, and it's hard to say. It could go around in a loop, and it did say about some kind of loop, but I'm not sure. I got to make sure I get out before it gets dark, because I don't have anything with me. I'm totally just this phone and my keys, that's it. I don't have my backpack with me, so I got to figure out how long it takes for me to get back to the car. So that's why it's so good when I record. At least then I know how many minutes, you know, I'm recording to get back to the car. But this is, I do love the beauty of winter. Too bad it wasn't like beautiful like this, where it wasn't so cold. So, but I can't really, today actually isn't too bad in my area, because it feels like 40 right now. So I don't know really what the temperature is right now, but it doesn't feel too bad. So Starlight can handle the 40 and up. So anyway, I kind of want to reach out to all of you, is because, you know, you might deal with this with some family members or friends where, you know, there's different types of people, and I know race is an illusion, but it doesn't matter what skin color you are or not. It's just that we're all family, and you know, there's some people in the world where they could get jealous of what you have, and, you know, make a big stink out of what you have. But, you know, you're doing the work, you know, and I do have to say, even before I realized the truth and the reality of this world, is life was hard before, and that really hasn't changed as far as my knowing the truth right now. It seems like I work even harder now than I did before. I don't even think that's quite possible, but I definitely have learned, no matter which way you go about trying to get somewhere in life, you do have to work hard. You know, nothing comes easy. And but now I am on a different path. This is beautiful, though. I get kind of like, oh, I love, you know, like, even though white is not a color, but, you know, it just feels so good to be surrounded by white. And so I just made, actually, the video that's being uploaded now is about, like, let me see, You're So Lucky, you know, where I've had people do that to me about being so lucky I have a car. So that's what I kind of want to reach out to you about, because I am living in my car right now, and I've met many, you know, homeless people because of my situation, where I have to go in different places where there's people that are homeless or that are striving to make it in today's world. And there's people, you know, definitely they got kids, and they're trying to get help with their kids by getting food or different things. So, but, you know, a lot of times, you know, what I've been noticing with the homeless people is being in this situation where they are, is that it is easy for them to get distracted on just surviving in the situation that they are in. So, and I know all of us can get distracted, and believe me, it happens to Starlight, and that's why it's so important to not get distracted. And also, I got some lessons right now that I am dealing with in my own life, so I don't want to have you think that Starlight has it easy, and I am not here to get you to feel sorry for me at all. It's just that we all have lessons to learn in life, to face our shadow side, and to really think of the people that you do have in your life, the ones that are there to support and love you. And sometimes it really is hard when you had to let everybody go in your life, and you might even only have one person that's there, like that knows, not that they actually met me, but that actually has been there, inspiring me and being there for me through the thick and thin. So we really need to be there for those people, and to understand that those people do have feelings, and that we can't take them for granted really on the things that the people that we do have in our life that are being a support, and that they're cheering you on to get to the next level in your life. So, but I do have to say, no matter what direction you go in life, it is hard. It's a lot of hard work, and it's something that you got to be consistent at, and to let those people know how much you appreciate them. And I am not going to say that I'm perfect. I have plenty of lessons. Not that we make mistakes, but I have plenty of lessons to learn in my life. And we have to face those things in our life, the flaws and our shadow side of us. I used to have some great habits a long time ago. And when I mention that, what I mean is, because when I used to go to church, I learned the hard way about sticking your foot in your mouth. And what I mean by that is to say you're going to do something, and then you don't follow through. And so I learned a long time ago is like, hey, if I say I'm going to do something, then that means, I stick myself to it and I do it. And then, like probably a couple years ago or so, I did hear somebody on the YouTube that says, that there's times that you might say you're going to do something and you feel like you have to. And I always thought, and believed that, you can't back out of that because you said you're going to do that. And so Starlight kind of got really carried away with things. And so then I just didn't even realize I would say I'm going to do something and didn't follow through. So, and that really can affect the people in our lives, that if we say we're going to do something and we don't follow through, then they start doubting our word, and they have every right to doubt our word when we say stuff and we don't really, even though when you say it, you mean it. It's just that you really got to hold yourself to it. So that is, that's a thing I have to face right now. And that's why I'm making this video, is it is so important because, this is a lesson that the universe is showing me. And the universe shows me these lessons through numbers and dreams, and gives me information and shows me things. And so that's why it's so important to check those numbers out and dreams and find out really what the universe is trying to communicate with you, because we have to get right on track with things, or things are not really going to go the way we really plan as far as our journey in life, getting those desires of our heart. I really don't know my way around here. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to do this trail another day is because this is the time of year I definitely do not want to get lost because it is cold. So I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to make a video, but I'm just going to, it's better that I do this because it already took like 13, 14 minutes to get where I am. And I don't really want to get out too far away because I don't have any hot hands with me. And, you know, when there's signs, I do have the map, but my fingers are already freezing right now. So I do want to backtrack because it's the smartest thing I can do right now because I am, like I said, I'm not sure the temperature out here. And because it's not windy out here, it could actually be colder than I thought. But anyway, I just want to get back on the topic so I don't know who you are as far as who I'm talking to and who's actually clicked on this video to watch it, because I do notice with my YouTube channel, it seems like, you know, there's videos that can really help people out. But, you know, as I understand, there's not a lot of people out there that really want to work on themselves, you know, because that is what the Matrix have done to the people, is to get them to be too distracted that they don't have time to watch videos because, you know, maybe they want to watch video games or play video games or watch football. And that's exactly the plan of the Matrix, is to get you distracted so you never can actually find out who you truly are and find out that you are more than what you've been told. So a lot of people might not click on the videos because they're distracted, and it might, you know, they might not want to work on those areas in their life because they don't really want to face that side of themselves, like the shadow side of the stuff that they really need to work on. So I am going to let you know it is not easy to really have somebody reflect and show you things that you need to work on. And not that I'm bossing you and telling you what you got to do, but I am a teacher to guide you and teach you things that are so important to work on, you know, with your family, or, you know, like, do you tell your kids? Because this is where a lot of it starts, is because I've witnessed this, where a lot of parents do this, is they tell their kids that they're going to do something, and the kids get so excited, and then the parents change their mind. And not that they even had a good reason why they changed their mind. They're like, well, now we're not going to go. So this is what I've been doing to someone, and I didn't intentionally do it. And that's how it goes a lot, is we don't intentionally try to hurt someone. And you got to understand, though, there's some people that you might know, and you know, we end up thinking that they don't have feelings, and, you know, that it doesn't matter, you know, if you back out of something. But it does matter, you know, if you know, there's times that we got to make time for those people that are close to us, and, you know, not to have excuses to back out of those people that are there loving and supporting us. So when I speak this, I'm speaking of experience, you know, like I'm going through that now, is that we do really have to think about the people that are there supporting us and loving us, because if they're the only ones, or one, that's out there loving and supporting you, you got to understand they don't have to really be there. You know, if you got a husband or a wife and you make promises to them and you say you're going to do this with them or do that with them, and then, you know, you then later on something comes up and then you back out of it. And especially the kids, I have to say the kids, because the kids really don't understand. And even sometimes adults might not understand, just like volunteering for something, where that's where I was learning this when I was younger, going to churches. I was being taught how to be a Christian, and I was being taught, hey, at church, you can volunteer for choir, and the pastor would preach, and he was trying to get new people for choir, and they kind of do put a guilt trip on you, because they don't hire people for choir, and they don't hire like a babysitter in there, and they don't hire, and pay a cleaner because they have all these Christians or non-Christians that attend the church. So they do kind of put like a guilt trip on you to try to see if they can get you to volunteer your time, and you're not going to get paid, and so Starlight was volunteering her time, to different things at the church. Before I knew I was in choir, and then I was volunteering for cleaning, and I was volunteering for all kinds of stuff. And then, and then I realized, oh no, I kind of stuck my foot in my mouth here. And so I learned a long time ago, if you say something, that you really got to follow through. And because you got to realize that those people are going to depend on you for that time that, you're saying that you're going to be there for them. And when you don't show up or you call out, and then they, then they realize they can't really count on you. And this has been a lesson for Starlight right now, is to really be thoughtful about the people in my life and their feelings, and how I get them to react by not being there and saying things when I'm, I'm, like, and that's why it's really important to, if somebody asks you, hey, can you do something? Don't give them an answer right away, really, because this is what happened to Starlight is, I volunteered to do something, or told somebody I was going to do something, and I didn't think about it long enough. I really should have, slept on it, because it seems like when I go to bed, that's when I realize that then you're going to really know if you really want to do it or not, because, that's when you're really, for some reason, I think a lot when I get on my, well, I don't have a bed right now, but when I go to sleep at night, and then you realize that you told somebody you're going to do something, and then now you're thinking about all the angles of that thing that you said that you're going to do, and, where it could keep you up all night, and you're like, oh no, and now you're thinking of things that you didn't think of before, and before you know it, you got this big mountain of why you should not even said anything. And that's why you got to really be careful, is to really take some time with what you're going to say you're going to do. Like maybe your mom or dad wants you to do something, and a lot of times we feel guilty, and, we just don't want to, you have a hard time saying no to things or no to people, and you might just agree and say yes to something. And then when it comes down to the day that you got to do it, then it's almost like somebody's trying to pull your teeth out of your mouth. You're like, no, I don't want to do it now. So you do really have to be careful of what you commit yourself to with the people in your life, especially, the ones that are there loving and supporting you. And like I said, you might just have one person that is, been inspiring you or whatever to help you to get through in this life journey here. And you really got to be thoughtful of their feelings. And they might eventually not even trust anything you say. And you really don't want them to thinking that you're a liar when you're really not a liar. It's just that you're really not thinking things through enough, and so don't be in such a rush to give an answer so quick. And be careful that, really think, do you really have the time to do that thing, and really think of all the angles of the thing that they ask you to do, and to remember, like what I learned also is to don't say a yes when it's a no to yourself. A lot of times we want to help people out, but inside, there's like, oh, I don't really want to, but I feel like I'm gonna, hurt their feelings if I say no. And well, I have to let you know is if you say yes and you really didn't want to do it, and then they expect you to show up on a certain day and at a certain time and do a certain thing, and then now like a whole week went by, and the whole time every day you're like, oh, why did I agree to be in there? Why did I agree? Now as you look at what you said, now it's like you want to back out, and you're scared because you realize that you did say you were going to be there for that person. And and then when you get, a lot of what happens is that you might really want to back out so bad, and you might not even think about their feelings so much, because now that feeling of pulling away from what you promised that you would do, in a way, is that now it's like this big mountain that you're like, oh no, I got to get out of this thing one way or another. And then you tell the person that you can't do what you said you were going to do, and they counted on you to be there to help them out to get, do something. And I have to tell you that that person could be so upset with you, and you'd be surprised how some people can respond by you just bailing out of something and not following through. So I really want to help you, because especially with parents having kids, because you want to be that good example to your kids as far as how to be, and to also teach them, if they say they're gonna do something, put them to it, make them do it. Say, nah, you said you're gonna take care of this later on. And teach them as kids that they gotta be careful of saying that they're gonna do stuff, even like at work. There's times there's different kind of employees out there, and sometimes you get those brown nosers out there that just they always want to really stand out from all the other employees, and they might kind of kiss the boss's butt, and it can actually have a way of backfiring, because they might agree to doing stuff, but now they got to do it, so it's a big eye-opener and a big lesson. And you really don't want to hurt those people that are there loving and supporting you, because like I said, they might not trust your word. You might say you're going to do something, and they're like, yeah, right, you told me that before, and it could ruin relationships, friendships, family members. You could ruin some good relationships with people that really do actually care about you. So like I said, Starlight is not perfect, and that's why I'm bringing this topic up, is so to really understand that it's so important, to sometimes it's just best to say no, instead of saying yes, and then later on you realize that you want to back out of it. Beep. Anyway, I am freezing. I'm glad I came back at the time I did, because my fingers are cold and it's getting darker out, and I didn't want to get lost. This would not be the time for Starlight to kind of guess work on trails out here, so don't mind me. I look kind of goofy out here, but at least my head is warm, and I wore this to keep my hat kind of dry. So anyway, I do love you, and I hope you really get some help from this. Is really think twice as what comes out of your mouth, because people do have feelings, and you could really affect them in a bad way. So And I am sorry, for the people that I hurt, not intentionally. It's never been intentionally for me as far as hurting anybody. It's just that it's a lesson for me to learn, is to really understand that those people have feelings, and they're counting on me. So, and you might have people out there counting on you. So, and my kids are grown up right now, but really be that example to your kids on following through when you say you're going to do something with them. And anyway, I love you. Starlight's going to get warmed up, but you could give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe. You could share this video with anybody that needs help in this area. Whoops, hang on. Whew. My fingers are cold. And also, you can, don't forget to leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you could follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. Woo! I am cold. Anyway, I love you. This is Starlight. Mwah. Starlight. Bing.